I wanted to explain why I make these videos. And I really don't know why. I think that possibly is because I like to sometimes I used to write stories. I wrote stories for writing prompts on Reddit, the writing prompt subreddit. And sometimes people said, "Oh, that's a good story," and eventually it falls off because it's hard to think. It feels like my head is empty. Like it actually physically feels like that. Not like, oh, I think it's empty. It physically feels like it's lighter, and that there's like this pressure on the inside of my head that goes away, and I can't, and it's hard to think. And when I make these videos, I usually don't set them up. When I do the songs, I do like change the words and I write them down. But for the most part, it's just all off the top of my head as I go along. I'm about, maybe at most, I'm about one word. I'm thinking one word ahead of what I'm going to say at most. Sometimes I have no idea what I'm going to say next. Like if I were to stop and somebody said, "What word are you going to use next?" I wouldn't know. Because I don't know what I'm going to say. And it's weird because it's easier that way when I'm not thinking about what I'm going to say. But then I can't make a coherent story out of that. Because since I never know what I'm going to say, I can't plan ahead other than to rely on tropes that I've already used, like the Bethesda offices, Todd Howard selling Skyrim, Todd Howard being aggressive, my cats. Those are all the tropes that show up in all these stories, because I can just say, "Oh, my cats," or Todd Howard, and then somehow that makes the story. I just wish I could think, because when I was younger, when I was a little cat man, well, I could just bash out stories all the time. Like I would just go. I wish I still had them. So I wrote them on a typewriter for some reason. We had a computer. I don't know why I typed them out on a electric type. It was an electric typewriter with a spell check. I don't know why I used that to the computer. Maybe because I couldn't print them out. But I wish I still had that, because I wrote a lot of stuff. I remember I wrote one about a zoo. I also wrote stories for school, but who knows what I wrote. Like I said, I wish I still had that stuff. I wish I could still write like that, where I could just slam my fist on a keyboard, not caring if it made any sense. I would just go fart something out, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." I can't even do that anymore because I can't think. And I have no motivation to think. It's hard to do things when you're constantly depressed. You have no motivation. It's hard to describe it if you're not in that mindset. Well, that's not a good way to say it, but it's hard to describe it. But I like to make these videos because then I feel like I can still think. And that I haven't completely lost my ability to think. and I really don't know what to do about it, other than to just wait until things get worse.